All right, yo. So, oh shoot. All right, guys. So I'm gonna be going over the trades I took this morning. So if you guys want to, you guys could look at my weekly analysis from yesterday. Basically, I was saying that if you want to take a look, right, on the daily, we are still in an uptrend, and we had broke structure, and then we are somewhere around here. And I was expecting price to possibly continue up to this level. All right, that's for like the week. I don't know if that's gonna happen yet, but that's what I think is possibly going to happen. On the 1 hour, we had this break of structure, right? So we had a break of structure and then we created a low. This is low. This low key was a higher low, but I was thinking that if we came back above here, or if we continued to trade underneath here, by the time it was my time to trade, which is New York session, that we could possibly come down to this level, before getting our push up, or we would create some type of higher low, maybe in this area before pushing up. But we actually just ended up doing like a little break and retest. So where I got my entries was, so I ended up taking this off. I just put it back on just so you guys could see. But I was like, okay, so if we're down here, right, and we got our break and retest, whatever, I'm like, okay, this is the first area that I could expect price to get to. Why? Because when we broke originally, when we broke here, when we broke in this area, right, we stopped right here. So that gives me an indication that's like, okay, we had a break, we came back. Now where can price come from here? It has to go back to that high. So I'm expecting price to come here, and if it breaks, to continue up. So when I went into the 5 minute, I actually got a late entry. I wanted to get in down here off of this because there was a demand, and I was hoping that price would just come back down. But once I saw um that price just kept trying to like reject up out of here, because when this candle was actually happening, you saw it like kind of rejecting here. So I was just like, you know what, I'm getting in, I'm taking it up, and I was like, I'll just put my stop loss underneath here. 19 pips isn't really that bad. Although I would have rather had a short, smaller stop loss with a better risk to reward, but it would have probably been like it would have been something like this, like, so it didn't really make too much of a difference for me. So I ended up taking this up to here, and it missed my TP by a little bit, but I ended up just closing because I took a gold trade that I'm gonna show you. And if you wanted to be in this trade, it actually did come back to that demand zone, so you could have taken buys right here to continue up. Or if you did take the same trade that I took, um, you and your stop loss was under here, you would still be good. Price didn't break this low, and price created a new low. So what does that mean? We're bullish until price breaks this low. So what I'm expecting is price to, it could play around a little bit, but ultimately come and touch this area, and then maybe even break that area either in London session or maybe tomorrow. Uh, there's gonna be no volume for that, or actually tomorrow is actually uh 4th of July, so I'm probably not even gonna be trading, because I'm pretty sure 4th of July is a bank holiday, right? Um, so we're probably not gonna be trading tomorrow. But I'm expecting price to end up breaking this area eventually and continue to trade above this level. If we do start trading above this level, then yeah, I expect price to end up coming up to this area, which are those daily highs. You could find ways to hold that if you want to. I might hold it. I don't know. Cause like I'm out of this trade right now, but like I said, I'm like a scalper slash day trader. So like, depending on what I see determines how long I hold the trade. And like, if we're at the bottom, right, I'm more likely to hold the trade at a bottom rather than if I take like a breakout up here and think it's gonna continue up. And that's kind of what I learned like throughout, because like I used to do a lot of breakout tradings. Like sometimes I still do take breakout trades, but I learned that this push up, you have like, it's better to just wait till structure is formed, because like this, when you get this push up, it's better to more scalp it or day trade it. But when it comes back down like this, you're better off getting a day trade slash swing trade. So this one is a scalp slash day trade. but when you're down here on the hourly, you could get a day trade slash swing trade. That's what I started piecing together as like throughout my trading. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm kind of expecting for that. And then on gold, Nas and GJ didn't give any setups or anything like that. Um, on gold, I was expecting price to do the same thing as GU pretty much because we had this little 4 hour supply right here, and I was like, okay, there's a possibility that because we have these lows and we have another low, that price could potentially come down. That's if we are trading underneath this level when New York session was happening. So we ended up doing the opposite though. And I did say that you have to be prepared for that because were starting to break highs. So when I came onto the chart, we were down here, and um, I see opportunity where I probably could have taken a trade, but I didn't take a trade here at all. I ended up letting price push up, and once it broke back above this level, and I saw this retest a little bit and then start to reject a little bit, I was like, okay, I'm willing to just take the risk of like having a little tight stop loss, and I just took the trade. Um, my my target was really supposed to be right here at these highs, but I took the trade off my phone and I actually put 130 instead of 131 and 131 and a half or whatever it was. So I ended up I ended up taking profit right here, somewhere in this area, a little bit above that, like right there. I took profit. So that was cool little 80 something pips. I'm good with that. And then right now we're getting that retracement. So what I would expect next is for price to just chill in this area, maybe, and then continue up. Where can we continue up? Um, to this level, or at least this level right here. That's the next price point where I would expect price to go up to if we start getting rejection. But if it wants to come back down, then we could possibly get trades down here as well because this is our last low and we have a demand here. If price breaks that area, if price ends up breaking this area right here, so once again, I would be looking for buys either above this area right here, or let me I'll be looking for buys above this area or buys in this area. If price decides that it wants to break below this area, number one, we'd be breaking a low, and number two, we'd be going back underneath this low, which means that price could continue all the way down to here. Um, so you would be looking to short underneath here and take that all the way down here. All right. But as of right now, we're looking bullish. So this is what I'm expecting. But like I said, prepare for both scenarios. And then you would go into your 5 minute time frame, and depending on where you are, if you're here, you're looking for demand setup. You're here, you're looking for a demand setup. If you break underneath there, you're looking for supplies to come back down to this level. Or you could take breakouts. It just depends on how price is looking or whatever. I do like supply and demand a little bit better because you do get faked out with breakout trading, but breakout trading still works. And like I said, I still do take them sometimes. Just like here, this was kind of like a breakout, even though it was like break and retest. There was no supply set up here. I mean demand set up here, but yeah. So that's what I expect for. That's how I took these two trades, and that's what I expect for the next couple days or whatever. And like I said, tomorrow, I don't think I'm gonna be trading 4th of July, and I think that's a bank holiday, right? I'm gonna double check it real quick because I think it is a bank holiday, but I don't know. I'll be forgetting. Um, yeah. So it's a bank holiday, so I probably won't be trading. And if I do trade, it'll probably be like GJ. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, man. Deuces.